This video is the next video in the function set of videos. In particular, this is looking at the 2016 paper 1 to be exact, and we're focusing on question number 9. So it says here, company A uses the following formula to charge a customer for a job, where we have A of H is equal to 30 plus 9.5H, where AH is the cost of the job in euro, and H is the length of time that it takes to do the job. It's really important when you have these questions, just to underline these bits of information that you get. So A of H is the cost of the job, and H is the length of time. Company B uses the formula to charge a customer the same job, where they have B of H is equal to 10 multiplied by 1.7 to the power of H. And in this case, we have B is the cost of the job, and H is the length of time. Complete the table below to show what company A charges and what company B charges for jobs that can take up to 5 hours. Where necessary, give the charge correct to the nearest cent. Again, if you're confident, you can just start by filling in all of the information into your calculator. I like to though make sure that I know I'm going to be right. So I'm going to do A first. So we have A of H is equal to 30 plus 9.5H. The first thing we need then is A of 0. And that's 30 plus 9.5 times 0, which is going to give us 30. We then need A of 1, which is 30 plus 9.5 times 1, which gives us an answer of 39.5. A of 2 is 30 plus 9.5 times 2. Typing that into our calculator, we get an answer of 49. A of 3 is 30 plus 9.5 times 3. When you type that into your calculator, you get an answer of 58.5. And finally, A of 5. We don't need to do A of 4 because they've done that first. So it's 30 plus 9.5 times 5. Typing that into our calculator, we get an answer of 77.5. Then we need to fill it into the table. So A of 0 is 30. A of 1 is 39.5. A of 2 is 49. A of 3 is 58.5. and A of 5 is 77.5. The next function we have to do is B of H. So I'm going to do that in blue over here on the left. We have that B of H is equal to 10 multiplied by 1.74 to the power of H. First one we need to figure out is H equal to 0. So we get 10 times 1.74 to the power of 0. We're going to get an answer of 10. B of 1, we pop that into the formula. It's 10 multiplied by 1.74 to the power of 1. When we type that into the calculator, we get an answer of 17.4. B of 2, we type that into the calculator, 1.742, and we're going to get an answer of 30.276, and it says correct to the nearest cent where possible, so this is going to be 30.28. We need B of 3, that's 10 multiplied by 1.74 to the power of 3. Typing that into our calculator, we get an answer of 52.68024. That correct to the nearest cent is 50.68. And finally, we need B of 5, and that's equal to 10 times 1.74 to the power of 5. Typing that into our calculator and pressing the equal sign, we get an answer of 159.4946. That correct to the nearest cent is 159.49. Filling that into the table then, what we get is for 0 we get 10. For 1 we get 17.4. For 2 we get 30.28. For 3 we get 52.68. And for 5 we get 159.45. The next thing it wants us to do is, on the grid below, draw separate graphs to show the charge for each company A and charge for company B. Label each graph clearly. I'm going to zoom this in a bit so we can have a better chance of drawing a correct graph. I'm going to start with A of H, and I'm going to do that in blue. So 0 is 30, so that's going to be here. 1 is 39.5, So that's going to be approximately here. 2 is going to be 49. 3 is 58.5. Approximately there. 4 is going to be 68. And 5 is going to be 77.5. Which is going to be approximately there. Then we join them up. And we label the graph. So this graph here is A of H. Then I might do the other points in red. So we have B of H, 0 is 10, 1 is 17.4, 2 is 30.38, 3 is 52.68, 4 is 91.66, and 5 is 159.45. Then we can join this up. Just like that. And again, we need to label it. So this here is B of H. The next part of questions now, we'll use the graph that we drew in part A to answer a few questions. So B says, which company would charge the least for a job that takes 2.5 hours to complete? Give reason for your answer. So what you do for this is, well, we know we're looking for 2.5 hours. So you go to 2.5 hours along the x-axis, which is here, and we go up to touch each graph, and you'll get this. Then what you do is you go across for each graph. So for the green graph, be across, and for the red graph, and go across there. So what we could say for B, they will charge approximately €52, and for A, they will charge approximately €42. So when you're talking about which company charges the least, it's going to be company A. And then when you're given a reason for your answer, you can just say look at graph, for your answer. And we have company A is €10 cheaper. Then C says, use your graph to estimate the value for H for which the charge is the same for both companies. Now where it's the same, we're looking for where the graphs overlap each other. And if you look here, the graphs overlap each other where I have it a yellow dot. So to go down, we're looking for the value for H, for the hours, and it's going to be approximately 3.25 hours. The final thing, it says, find the difference in cost for a job that takes 6 hours to complete. Now, we do not have 6 hours drawn here on the graph, or we don't have it drawn for the graph. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the formula from the previous page, and the formula for company A is equal to 30 plus 9.5h. So we'll figure out the time for that first. So that's 6 is equal to 30 plus 9.5 times 6. So when you type that into your calculator, you're going to get an answer of 87. And then we need B of H, and B of H is equal to 10 by 1.74 to the power of t. Figuring out what a job for 6 hours would be B of 6. That's equal to 10 by 1.74 to the power of 6. Typing that into your calculator, you're going to get an answer of 277.5207 that correct to the nearest cent is 277.52. To get the difference then, you just get the bigger number and you take away the smaller number. So you'll get an answer here of €190 and 52 cents. That's part D of this question done, and that's also going to bring this video to an end.